Hidden Canyon Peak. The name itself conjures images of rugged beauty, of nature untouched and serene. A sanctuary for wildlife, a haven for hikers seeking solace in the embrace of the wild. Few knew of its existence, this hidden gem nestled amidst the sprawling urban tapestry of Los Angeles County. Yet, on February 3, 2025, this secluded paradise would become tragically entwined with the devastating power of nature. The Hidden Canyon Peak area, far removed from the bustling city center, was a world away from the relentless hum of urban life. Its steep slopes, cloaked in dense chaparral and punctuated by towering pines, held a timeless allure. Winding trails beckoned adventurers, promising breathtaking vistas and a glimpse into the untamed heart of the California wilderness. This secluded sanctuary was a testament to the enduring power of nature, a reminder that even amidst the concrete jungle, pockets of pristine wilderness could still thrive. Its rugged terrain, sculpted by millennia of erosion, was a testament to the relentless forces that had shaped this land. Hidden Canyon Peak was a place of secrets whispered on the wind, a place where time seemed to stand still. Yet its very remoteness, its isolation from the watchful eyes of the city, would prove to be its undoing. The night of February 3rd arrived like any other, a blanket of darkness descending upon the unsuspecting landscape. The air, heavy with the scent of pine and sage, carried a hint of unease, a whisper of change on the wind. Unseen, a spark ignited amidst the dry undergrowth fanned by the relentless gusts blowing in from the Pacific Ocean. The exact cause of the fire remains shrouded in mystery, a question mark etched into the charred landscape. Some whispered of poachers, their careless actions igniting a tinderbox of dry vegetation. Others spoke of smaller, unnoticed fires, smoldering embers rekindled by the relentless wind. Regardless of its origin, the fire spread with terrifying speed, fueled by the dry brush and propelled by the unrelenting gusts. Flames danced through the undergrowth, casting an eerie orange glow against the night sky. The fire, a silent predator awakened from its slumber, began its relentless advance. The rugged terrain, a source of pride for hikers and nature enthusiasts, became a formidable obstacle in the path of containment. The fire, like a living entity, exploited every gully, every canyon, every twist and turn of the landscape to its advantage. Hidden Canyon Peak, once a place of serenity, was now a raging inferno. As the fire raged, a thick blanket of fog rolled in from the ocean, shrouding the mountains in an eerie, opaque veil. What should have been a welcome respite, a natural barrier against the inferno, instead became a cruel accomplice to its devastating advance. The fog, dense and disorienting, grounded firefighting aircraft, rendering them useless against the relentless flames. The very element that had so often protected these mountains from the encroaching city, now conspired to shield the fire from those who would extinguish it. Firefighters, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames, battled the blaze with a mixture of courage and desperation. They hiked for hours, their heavy equipment a burden on the steep, unforgiving slopes. The rugged terrain, impassable to vehicles, forced them to confront the inferno on foot, their hoses a lifeline against the overwhelming heat. The fire, fueled by the dry vegetation and aided by the wind and fog, seemed unstoppable. It roared through canyons, leaped across ridges and consumed everything in its path with terrifying speed. Hidden Canyon Peak, once a place of tranquility, was now a raging inferno, a testament to the raw, untamed power of nature. Days turned into nights as the fire raged on, its orange glow a malevolent beacon against the smoke-filled sky. Back in the city, life went on, oblivious to the silent tragedy unfolding in the distant mountains. The news, consumed by other events, barely mentioned the fire. It was not until the flames began to lick at the edges of populated areas that the true extent of the disaster became clear. The fire had consumed over 30,000 acres, leaving behind a desolate swathe of charred earth and smoldering trees. Homes, businesses, and livelihoods were reduced to ash. The true cost lay in the devastation of Hidden Canyon Peak's irreplaceable ecosystem. Rare plants, some found nowhere else on Earth, were gone. The impact on wildlife was immeasurable, the charred remains of animals a grim testament to the fire's toll. Section 5. Echoes in the Ashes. As the smoke cleared and the flames subsided, a sense of stunned disbelief settled over the region. The Hidden Canyon Peak fire, once a distant whisper, had become a deafening roar, a stark reminder of nature's raw power and the fragility of life itself. The fire had left behind a landscape scarred and silent, the air thick with the acrid smell of smoke. The once vibrant ecosystem teeming with life was now a desolate wasteland of charred trees and ash-covered ground. Yet, even amidst the devastation, there were signs of resilience, whispers of hope emerging from the ashes. Here, a lone wildflower pushed through the scorched earth, its delicate petals a testament to the enduring power of life. There, a bird sang from a blackened branch, its melody a poignant reminder that even in the darkest of times, beauty persists. The fire had revealed the interconnectedness of all things, the delicate balance that exists between humanity and the natural world. It had shown that even in the most urbanized of landscapes, nature's power could not be ignored. Its fury could not be contained. Section 6. The Price of Neglect. In the aftermath of the fire, a wave of anger and frustration swept through the community, directed at the perceived neglect that had allowed such a tragedy to occur. Hidden Canyon Peak, for all its beauty and ecological significance, had long been relegated to the margins of public consciousness. The area, like many other lesser-known natural spaces, had been chronically underfunded, its management entrusted to government agencies grappling with shrinking budgets and competing priorities. The focus, understandably, had been on protecting lives and property in more densely populated areas, leaving places like Hidden Canyon Peak vulnerable to the whims of nature. The fire had exposed a systemic failure to adequately protect and manage the natural world, a failure rooted in a lack of awareness, a lack of funding, and a lack of political will. The consequences of this neglect were now all too clear, etched into the charred landscape and reflected in the eyes of a grieving community. The Hidden Canyon Peak fire served as a wake-up call, a stark reminder that the consequences of environmental neglect are not confined to balance sheets and budget reports. They are measured in the loss of irreplaceable ecosystems, in the displacement and death of wildlife, and in the diminished quality of life for all. Section 7. Seeds of Hope Among the Ruins. Even as the community grappled with the enormity of the loss, a spirit of resilience began to emerge from the ashes. Volunteers, their faces smudged with soot and their eyes filled with determination, flocked to the affected areas, eager to play a role in the long and arduous process of recovery. The task ahead was daunting. The fire had left behind a landscape scarred and barren, stripped bare of vegetation, and vulnerable to erosion. The delicate balance of the ecosystem had been shattered, and the road to recovery promised to be long and challenging. Yet, amidst the devastation, there were signs of hope. Seeds, buried deep beneath the scorched earth, awaited the life-giving touch of rain. Trees, their trunks blackened, but their roots still clinging tenaciously to life, showed signs of new growth. The recovery effort would require a sustained commitment from individuals, communities, and governments alike. It would demand a reevaluation of priorities, a recognition that the protection of natural spaces is not a luxury, but a necessity. Section 8. Beyond the Headlines, a Call to Action. The Hidden Canyon Peak fire, for all its devastation, presented an opportunity for reflection and change. It forced a reassessment of values, a recognition that the true measure of a society's well-being is not solely reflected in economic indicators but also in the health of its natural environment. The fire served as a stark reminder that the consequences of environmental neglect are not confined to the pages of scientific journals or the pronouncements of environmental activists. They are felt most acutely by those who live closest to the land, by the communities whose lives and livelihoods are inextricably intertwined with the natural world. The fire ignited a call to action, a demand for greater investment in the protection and management of natural spaces. It underscored the need for policies that prioritize the long-term health of ecosystems over short-term economic gain. The Hidden Canyon Peak fire, though a tragedy, had the potential to be a catalyst for positive change. It had the power to awaken a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of safeguarding the natural world for generations to come. Section 9. The Enduring Legacy of Hidden Canyon. The charred remains of Hidden Canyon Peak remind us of nature's power and the importance of environmental stewardship. The landscape will heal, with new growth covering its scars. The fire's legacy lives on in the hearts of those who witnessed it, in their stories and lessons for future generations. It stands as a testament to nature's resilience and the spirit of those protecting it. The fire will be remembered for the lessons it taught, a turning point for a community to chart a sustainable path forward. The fire highlighted a hidden gem, reminding us of nature's fragility. It demands our respect, protection, and commitment.